sure you aren't imagining things?
You gave Setsu the key to the storeroom, didn't you?
I don't know what
We actually saw you hand over the key to her.
Masanori, you'll go.
Me?
You're in the army, aren't you? You're probably the only man here who could win a fight.
In any case, first, we have to find Setsu.
What happened today? Who did what and where? We have to recall every last detail. There must be a clue somewhere.
We have what appears to be a killer mummy. What could be the truth behind this case?
Hello and welcome to Bridget's RPGs. My name is Bridget, and this is a new episode of The Centennial Case, a Shijima story. Last time, Yoshino and Josui found themselves face to face with a moving mummy in the basement of Gensaku's residence. Shortly after, they realized that Setsu, one of the auction members, went missing. They find her body in a locked room and the Tokichiku is gone. What happened to Setsu? Why was the storeroom in such a disarray? Is the mummy truly alive? Yoshino has to connect the clues and is on her way to solve all those mysteries. Last time, she created theories about the identity of the mummy and possible murder weapons. But the full story and the whole truth is yet to be uncovered. Now, what was the purpose of the mummy? The mummy appeared to be alive. It's hard to believe, but not impossible. What purpose would a moving mummy serve? It was wandering the night. Truly cursed. The mummy was searching for blood. Behold. Gensaku said the mummy wanders the night, searching for blood. Just as he said, the mummy must have caught the scent of blood. And was prowling the corridor in search of it. No, thank you. Let's try this. The mummy wanted to make others immortal. What? An old legend says that eating mummy flesh grants long life. Ew! Ew, no! Perhaps the mummy wanted immortal companions and was wandering around trying to make someone eat its flesh. Okay, what a theory! Oh my god. So what's most probable here? Nope. Wait, can I see? No, I can't. This one. Oh no, I don't know. Can I zoom in? No. I don't know. Wait. What was the purpose? The purpose. Oh no, I'm out of luck. Let's move on. Maybe I can come back to this. Where was Setsu killed? The body was found in the storeroom. Was that where the murder happened? Or are there any clues pointing to the scene of the crime? Yeah, there's the splatter. Setsu was killed in the basement corridor. Blood was splattered along the basement corridor. What is happening? The killer must have slain Setsu in the corridor and fled, leaving the bloodstains. Blood was dripping from the murder weapon. Yeah, could be. That means Setsu was killed at the end of the corridor. Maybe. Not impossible. Do I really have all the clues? I somehow have the feeling I'm missing something. No, okay. This is it. Setsu was killed in the storeroom. There was a pool of blood in the storeroom. Rewind. If Setsu was killed elsewhere, blood would have been there instead. Thus, Setsu must have been killed in the storeroom. Yeah, true. I don't know. Both hypotheses are probable. That's tricky. Okay then, let's check out the next mystery. Kinsaku had the key. Is he the killer? Setsu was killed in the storeroom. Kinsaku was in charge of the key to the storeroom. You should think about the key and Kinsaku. But, as we know, the mummy was holding the key. And he gave it to Setsu. Okay. That's not enough. Yeah, there. Key was given to Setsu. She had the key. Kinsaku wouldn't have given the mummy the key. Kinsaku secretly gave Setsu the key and told her to return it. But the mummy in the corridor was holding the storeroom key. This would place suspicion squarely on Kinsaku. True, true. But we know otherwise. If Kinsaku was the killer, he would have taken the key. Right. He wouldn't have left it there. Kinsaku left the key on purpose. Kinsaku gave Setsu the key to the storeroom in secret. After that, the mummy was seen with the key. Isn't this heavy? If Kinsaku explained that the key ended up with the killer, he could divert suspicion, which is why he left the key at the scene. Okay. Right. Oh, that's the end. Oh, no, 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 no. Perhaps the case can be solved with the hypothesis created so far. Who's the murderer? What trick was used? Proceed to the solution phase if you have the answers. No, I'm not satisfied. Hold on. What happened in the storeroom? Yeah, I wanna know. Setsu was killed in a storeroom, which means the state of the storeroom should be considered. It was a complete mess. What happened in there? Hold on, we heard Setsu say she wanted to go down there and tamper with the items, right? So, she did it herself? I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, because she had the key. She could have gone there. Setsu tampered with the items in the storeroom. Like she said she wanted to. Setsu got the key to the storeroom from Kinsaku. She entered the room and ransacked it for some purpose. That's when she was attacked by the killer. Sounds reasonable. Like that. No, go back. This one? The killer was trying to hide evidence. When we entered the storeroom, it was already a mess. After killing Setsu, the killer left evidence in the storeroom. Must have ransacked the room to hide that evidence. The killer and Setsu got in a shuffle. When we entered the storeroom, it was already a mess. When the killer attacked Setsu, she must have resisted. Perhaps they had a scuffle in the schoolroom. Okay. What was Setsu planning? Setsu may have tampered with the items in the storeroom. Why would she want to do that? Why indeed? Setsu wanted to stop the private auction. Stop it? Really? When Setsu's body was found, the items were already vandalized. Before her death, perhaps she tampered with the items in order to stop the private auction. But why would she stop it? She wanted to have a nice profit, right? Setsu wanted to steal the auction items. When Setsu's body was found, the items were already vandalized. Perhaps she was trying to steal them. Could she have tampered with the items to hide that fact? Maybe. Well, surely it gets more and more complicated. Is this... yeah, Tokichiko? Setsu wanted to eat the Tokichiko to be ageless. And that's my question, can you eat it? The Tokichiko was missing when Setsu's body was found. She couldn't bear to part with her own auction item. And ate the Tokichiko, thinking it would make her ageless. Setsu wanted to hide the Tokichiko. The Tokichiko was missing when Setsu's body was found. She couldn't bear to part with her own auction items, so she hid the Tokichiko, making it look like it had disappeared. Yeah, but if she took it, wouldn't we have found it on her? On her body? Yeah, where did it go? Did someone steal it? The killer, maybe? Why did Gensaku give Setsu the key? Setsu may have tampered with the items in the storeroom. Gensaku was reluctant at first, but why did he end up giving her the key? Yeah, they have some relationship. Right? She slapped him. And then they hugged. Perfect. Gensaku couldn't stand up to Setsu. Setsu slapped Gensaku. The two certainly seemed to have a special relationship. But Gensaku was afraid of her, which is why he gave up the key. Afraid? Or maybe he was in love with her. He couldn't say no. Let's go back to the beginning. Oh, yes. Gensaku loved Setsu. Gensaku and Setsu had a special relationship. Gensaku giving Setsu the key to the storeroom is proof of this. He loved her and couldn't refuse the request for the key. Yeah. Okay, now let's go back. I still have some gaps here. The purpose of the mummy. Purpose of the money. Is this it? It is! Okay. The mummy wanted the fruit of youth. The mummy. Okay. Setsu said a certain family watches over the fruit of youth. If the mummy was a member of that family, may have killed Setsu to get the Tokichiku back. Wait, the mummy was a Shijima? No. Okay, so is there anything left? Did I do everything? Oh my god, I did! That's it? So every clue has its place. That's nice. So now, what happened? How did Setsu die? The truth is clear. Have you figured it out yet?
Well then, let's go through our reasoning. What do you find most unusual about this case?
What's intriguing is the scene of the crime, things the killer used for the murder, the mummy, others. Oh god. The mummy, I guess? I don't know. Intriguing. Yeah, the mummy is the most intriguing thing. Probably. I see. Of all the mysteries, which do you find most unusual? The mystery that's intriguing is... what was that mummy? Was someone disguised as the mummy? Why would someone don a mummy's disguise? What was used for the disguise? Oh my god, I don't know! What was the purpose? What was used? The mystery is... the mystery is... who was it? What was it? Was someone disguised as... yeah, who? Because the mummy is the killer, but... who was it? What hypothesis can you form from that mystery? The hypothesis that's intriguing is... No one at the entrance hall was the mummy. Ginsaku was the mummy. Kino was the mummy. Masanori was the mummy. Yeah, now I thought about that. And I don't think it was one of those three. My guess is that Setsu put on the disguise. So no one at the entrance hall was the mummy. I see. We can't possibly accept the mummy still alive. The mummy we saw moving in the basement corridor must have been someone in disguise. Whatever the objective may be, the fact that someone used a mummy disguise is crucial to this case. So, was that alright? Did I do good? I don't know. Great reasoning. Are there any other thoughts you'd like to get in order? Redo, return, no, I guess. This should be it. Let's do this.
Have you got your thoughts in order?
Yes. The answer must be somewhere within our hypothesis thus far.
Let's go.
Excuse me, everyone.
Yes. The auction will be cancelled, of course. Once the police get here, they'll ask many questions, and I must ask all of you to leave.
Please, let me speak for a moment. This is going to be about Setsu's murder. One of us here is the killer, perhaps.
What?
I'll explain what I've figured out so far. First,
Wait a minute. Are we to let you play detective? I will not stand to be called a criminal based on some amateur's haphazard guesses.
Lady, shut it.
The killer is among us, you say? There'll be real consequences if you're wrong. But if you're willing to take that risk, so be it. Let's hear you out.
Okay, you can do it.
thank you. First, about the mummy we saw. Right before the auction was to start at noon, Josui and I went to the storeroom. Masanori was there too. That was when we saw the mummy, wielding a blood-stained sword. Or so we thought at the time in our panic.
Right.
But after some calm reflection, I think it's more likely that
That mummy was alive. Someone disguised. Yes.
it must have been someone in disguise.
A disguise, huh? That makes sense.
Of course. After murdering Setsu, the killer dressed up as the mummy and appeared in front of us.
No,
In
no,
that
no, no, no.
case, whoever wasn't in the lounge when you saw the mummy must be the killer.
Kino, you were the only one in the lounge at that time. The three of us saw the mummy.
Which means...
Wait a
No
minute.
suspicions?
Where are you going with this nonsense?
But you're the only one who could have appeared in front of them as the mummy.
Is he the killer?
He was upstairs.
Ginsaku?
Aside from more hypotheses, you must also select and present additional evidence to solve a case. Ginsaku is not the killer.
Ginsaku isn't the killer. Nor was he the person disguised as a mummy.
How can you be so sure? But no one else had the time to dress up like that.
The reason Ginsaku isn't the killer is...
I like that. Ginsaku wouldn't have given the mummy the key. Ginsaku couldn't stand up to Setsu. Ginsaku loved Setsu. Oh, hold on. Why isn't Ginsaku the killer? Oh no. I would say because he loved her. But then also, he wouldn't have given the mummy the key, right? What do I do? Yeah, so my first guess was he loves her, he wouldn't have killed her. So let's go with that.
Ginsaku isn't the killer because he and Setsu were lovers. Apologies for eavesdropping, but I overheard the two of them speaking intimately. I don't believe that Ginsaku could have killed Setsu.
Is that so?
Is that so? Yes.
Love can burn so intensely that it turns to hate, you know?
Oh no.
I loved Setsu with all my heart. Although we disagreed on many, many things.
It's difficult to know what someone else is feeling. There's no way we can know how much Ginsaku loves Setsu.
Oh no, was it wrong?
It makes no sense to exclude him from suspicion on the basis of his affections.
Did I do wrong?
You're right. Let's try this.
Oh no! Oh no! I was wrong. That's a bummer. Okay, let's get back. Shit. Oh, okay, so I can review my reasoning, come up with something else. Redo the summary? No, thank you.
Ginsaku isn't the killer. Nor was he the person disguised as a mummy.
How can you be so sure? But no one else had the time to dress up like that.
The reason Ginsaku isn't the killer is...
Okay, now... Couldn't stand up to her. No. Should be this, right? I don't know, and I'm afraid. Okay, let's do it.
Ginsaku isn't the killer because the mummy had the key to the storeroom. After discovering Setsu's body, we found the mummy at the end of the corridor. And it was holding the key.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Think about it. Above all else, Ginsaku didn't want it known that he had lent Setsu the key.
No one can know.
If Ginsaku was the
got the
killer,
key from me.
he would never have put the key in the mummy's hand.
Right.
He would have kept it immediately. Otherwise, he'd be the first person to come under suspicion for this murder.
I see. That's a good point.
Give me a break.
Ginsaku was not the mummy, so who was it? There's only one person who could have been disguised as the mummy. And that's...
No one at the entrance hall.
There's only one person who could have been the mummy. And that person isn't here now.
What do you mean, isn't here?
I'm referring to the victim. And that would be Setsu.
Nonsense. She was killed before the mummy incident, was she not?
When was Setsu killed? And that's the crux of the matter.
Right. Setsu, the victim, was killed before we saw the mummy. Killed after we saw the mummy. She was the mummy in disguise.
Setsu was killed after we saw the mummy sometime around noon.
Hold on. Didn't we agree that the murder happened before the mummy incident?
No. We only established that all of us were free to move about before noon, including Setsu.
So, who locked the storeroom door before we saw the mummy?
The music is awesome.
Setsu did, after she put on her disguise.
Look at her.
She disguised herself as the mummy and waited outside the storeroom for us.
Why would she do such a thing?
Setsu went into the storeroom to tamper with everyone else's items, lowering their value or raising the value of her own. She then put on the mummy disguise to make the curse seem credible, thus further increasing the selling price. Buyers love a good backstory, after all.
Ginsaku's mummy, Masanori's sword, Josui's dragon's blood. Setsu staged her living corpse performance using everyone else's items.
After ditching the mummy disguise, she intended to rejoin us and feign complete ignorance.
But then she was killed.
That's awesome.
We know that the mummy was Setsu. Setsu was still alive around noon, which means the murder took place after that. That leaves only one person who could have possibly been the killer.
Yeah.
Yes. The person who killed Setsu is...
This is it. The moment of truth. But I'm afraid I can't let you know yet, because for now, this episode comes to an end. I appreciate all the time you've spent. Please stop by in the comments below and consider subscribing before you go. And if you've got a little more time, check out another Let's Play of mine. I'll see you in the next episode of The Centennial Case, a Shijima story. Until then, stay safe. Auf Wiedersehen.